Also, stop looking so sus. Tenma, come on, bro. I mean, imagine if, you're wanted and every time a police officer isn't anywhere near you, you look like you're about to take a massive dump, okay? Like, you're so sus. You're so suspicious. Greetings, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to the Monster episode 20, the big old 2-0. To recap, last episode, basically, Tenma made some stupid decisions again, which is, well, kind of like the norm at this point, but he contacted a potential ally, a previous colleague in his medical law examination exam. This guy being some sort of very successful criminal psychiatrist or something. Well, he didn't believe Tenma at first. Some clues led him to believe that Johan does exist, and then he helped Tenma escape. Now, seemingly, potentially, we might have an ally in this guy. Now, I would say we have quite a few characters already that kind of Tenma has, maybe, I wouldn't maybe say changed the lives of, but kind of influenced enough to be potentially on his side. So I'm thinking maybe this is all leading up to some sort of big event where all these characters come to help Tenma out. Like a Avengers Assemble kind of thing. But I don't know, because it would be kind of boring if they just kind of never showed up again. But it is what it is. We did learn from this guy, this potential ally guy. I don't remember his name. One episode characters, I'm sorry, I don't remember the names. But he did say something very interesting, which was that Johan is supposedly, potentially going through these families and killing them, but now maybe has found a family that he became a part of. But for what reason? What is his motive? What is his, agenda? Who knows? Point is, we haven't seen Johan in a while, and we wonder what he's up to. However, without further ado, we shall simply get right into it. Interesting. Where are we now?
What did that sign back there say?
Oh, sorry, dear. I missed it. I've been trying to figure out this map. Is it this
Sorry,
way?
dear. I
Or
missed
that
it.
way? I'm not quite sure we're headed in the right direction.
Really? Where'd you find that map? Lying in the street?
You know me better than that. You were right beside me when I picked it up at the car rental place.
I don't remember you picking anything up. You must have grabbed...
Is it bad that I can't tell if the woman's accent is so heavily fake? Or it's just one of those English accents that it it just kind of sounds fake, but it's actually real. Because to me, it sounds extremely fake. The guy seems to be like, I mean, again, I'm not English, right? I'm not British. I'm not British, so it's hard for me to tell. But like, the woman's accent sounds very, very wrong.
They've put in so many place names with such small print. At my age, it's almost impossible to read.
You could do it if you hadn't left your glasses at the airport.
There's Wippenhausen and Ampertshausen, and here's Gartelhausen.
That's quite a mouthful, dear. These German names all sound alike, don't they?
They are amusing. I wonder if Germans think that about our towns when they read British maps.
Maybe, but right now we need to know when the next crossroad's coming up.
Look, there's a pedestrian. Let's ask him for directions.
Oh look, there's a pedestrian. God,
Let's
oh
not
my
bother him.
God.
We'll work it out ourselves.
Oh, the poor fellow. He's hitchhiking. Let's give him a ride.
Huh. If you ask me, we're looking for trouble, giving a ride to a complete stranger.
Maybe so. Oh, wait a minute. He's travelling with a small child. I feel sorry for them. Let's pick them up, all right?
Fine.
I don't know, man. The delivery of the lines of the woman is they're so funny to me. I don't know why. It's the monotone, calm delivery that just gets me. Oh, the man is with a small child. Let's pick them up, shall we? Like, it's so freaky.
Hey, look, Tenma, those people just stopped for us.
You're right.
Of course, you know, it wouldn't be me if I didn't mention the fucking child is still there. Ugh. Freyhem.
Guten Tag. Bitte.
Sorry, we don't speak German. Do you understand me?
Oh, are you both from England? We're trying to get to Freiham and would really appreciate your help. We're around this area now, so it's just a bit further south from here.
Oh, that's splendid. We're headed in the same direction, aren't we, dear?
I suppose.
Right then, it's settled.
I suppose.
Dankeschön.
Oh my god. That's gonna be... Kid, just don't speak, okay? Please. Because obviously, you know, obviously the kid should not be able to speak English, right? And the kid is German, so let's just hope. Let's just hope. Because it's very obvious that the English voice actor, or actress, I guess, of the kid doesn't speak German, right? So it's like, please, just don't say anything this episode. It's gonna be very, very cringe. Because, I mean, let's be honest, if this was in Japanese, you know, if I was watching the subbed version, they're all most likely speaking in Japanese. The only thing usually that only the English localization, or like the English dubbed version, usually does this thing where they actually get people speaking in different accents and people speaking in different languages. But oftentimes, you know, in the Japanese version, they kind of just have everyone speak Japanese, but they make it obvious that, oh, these people are actually from England and like they speak English. I mean, maybe they had some English speakers for the old couple, but it's still, you know, I feel like it would be very... I mean, I can imagine the Japanese actor for Tenma having to speak... I mean, let's be honest, right? Japanese people don't really speak English. That's just how it is, right? They are very bad at English most of the time. So it's like, I can just imagine if they were to do the old couple speaking English, I would imagine it would be really, really cringe to see some of these Japanese voice actors trying to speak English this entire time.
Huh?
I mean, I don't believe you're his father. You appear to be Asian, and the boy is clearly German Caucasian.
Yes. In fact, he's my best friend's son.
And by all appearances, I dare say you're some sort of well-educated professional man. It's the way you talk and carry yourself.
I really must interrupt.
True.
That's quite enough, dear. It's that rude habit of yours. I must apologise for him. Sorry, it's not personal. He just enjoys observing people, now that he's retired from the police force.
That's actually smart.
What did she say?
Oh my god, kid, shush. Shush. Stop whispering. Stop drawing attention, please. And please don't call yourself Tenma, okay? Please. 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 Just please. Come up with an alias. Please.
Nothing. She just said that he used to be a cop.
Also, stop obviously being so... I mean, I understand that Tenma doesn't really have... You know, he's not a good liar. He's not, you know, a bad person. He doesn't have that, like, that lying mentality. He doesn't have that subterfuge mentality. But still, stop being so obviously suspicious.
Let's get out of here, Tenma.
Easy. So, I've been thinking. I'll bet this is the first real vacation the two of you have taken since your husband retired.
Yes, you're right. My husband was such a workaholic. I never truly believed we'd be able to take a big trip together, but here we both are.
Sir, I'm sorry we're imposing on this time you plan to spend with your wife. We'd be happy to catch another ride if we're being a nuisance here.
So far, the biggest nuisance has been getting lost because we can't read directions. Not to mention the trouble we've been having ordering food. It might help us immensely to have someone like you traveling with us. If only to interpret the bloody language.
I mean, it wouldn't be that big of a deal, really, to, you know, catch a ride from someone. The biggest deal would be if they, like, if he told this old couple, oh yeah, I'm Tenma, right? And then halfway through the ride, they listen to the radio and there's like some sort of bulletin, some sort of news bulletin going, oh, Dr. Tenma wanted for serial murders. It's like, you know, Asian man. And then they're like, as long as, you know, he doesn't tell them his name, they're probably fine. Just don't say his name. Just give an alias. Pretend to be someone else. And then, once you get there, just, you know, be like, hey, thanks for the ride. We're gonna go this way now. I'd guess.
Well, what shall we do now, dear?
There's nothing we can do, I'm afraid. Except find a gas station and bring some back.
How did you not... These two, dude, I'm surprised they're still alive. Really. You know, how do you, like... How do you just start driving when you have no idea where you're going? It's one thing, you know, like, I'm very bad with maps, but come on.
Look, here comes
With
a
the map.
truck. Hey, stop! Hey, over here!
We're out of gas.
That's kind of a problem out here in the middle of no man's land, huh?
Who the fuck is this guy?
Well, I've got room for 2 of you in my cab.
Is that okay?
Somebody should take the chap up on his offer. Don't worry about us. We'll be all right. We'll work something out.
Listen, as soon as I see a gas station, I'll get them to send somebody out here with a can of gas for you.
Thank you. That would be most helpful, and we'd really appreciate it.
The better question is, or the better thing to do probably would be to be like, hey, truck driver, where's the nearest gas station? Because, I mean, I'm sure the truck driver knows, most likely. And once they get there, then, actually, I don't know. I'm not a big car driver myself.
This is great. Thank goodness, right, Tenma?
Oh my god, stop! 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 Everything went good, thank goodness, right? We got away from that police officer, right? Tenma, yep, you're Tenma, right? You're the Dr. Tenma that everyone's looking for, yep, Tenma, yeah, I know, right? Tenma? Talking to the fucking German guy who probably has seen the news? The German guy who's now driving? The fucking, the English couple might not have known about, like, German news, right? I doubt they publish the news in English in Germany, right? So the couple probably wouldn't have even known. And not to mention, like, even if they put his name on TV, the point is it wouldn't have mattered because it would all be in German. They wouldn't even know. Or on the radio. And now you start spouting his name when you're next to the German guy? Like, come on, bro. Come on.
Perfectly.
Yeah. How long do you think it will be before...
Also, somehow I really doubt that you would let the kid sit next to the creepy truck driver. Like, you would put the kid next to the window, I think.
before we come to a gas station?
Don't remember there being any around.
I mean, that's the kind of thing, right? Why didn't you just say that before? Like, that's kind of what I was saying. Like, why don't you ask the truck driver where the nearest gas station is? And then he would say, oh, there's not one anywhere close to here, right? Then they wouldn't be expecting this. Because now it's probably like, oh, he probably lied and he just didn't bother because we're English and he's German or something. You know, it's just, you're inviting unnecessary misunderstandings.
Indeed it has, my dear.
When that nice young man lets them know that we're stranded out here on the motorway, The petrol station will send someone out, won't they?
Will they? Do they even
another
have?
possibility.
You see, there it
Might
is.
just have left us and
There it
forgotten
is.
about us.
There it is. There it is. There it is. You see? That's why when the truck driver was here, I would have been like, hey, do you know where the nearest gas station is? And he says, oh, it's at least like 3 hours away, right? From here, one way. Then you'd be like, ah, dude, okay, we're gonna go there, and then like 3 hours later, and we're gonna get there, and then I'm gonna get someone to, so you're gonna be here at least for like 6 hours. That way you have some sort of time frame for reference, right? Like you have some sort of idea of how long you're gonna be sitting here.
Don't believe it. He's not that kind of person. He struck me as a very caring man.
Maybe not.
What a beautiful sky.
I'm not really in the mood to enjoy a sunset tonight. Seen one, you've seen them all.
Oh, I'm not talking about the sunset. The sun's already disappeared. But just look at the lovely pastel colours the sun has left behind. It's like a watercolour painting in the sky.
Oh my god, it is.
My goodness. Is that... I think it is. Dear, you better take a look. My eyes might be deceiving me.
Hmm?
Someone's coming this way.
Hmm.
It's getting bright and closer.
Huh?
Did they get a gas can?
It must be him. I just knew it.
Oh my god, they did.
Couldn't find a gas station. I borrowed the gas and a lamp from a farmer.
Oh my. See, I told you.
Gase. We brought the gase. Okay, let me try to predict something. Let me try to predict how this is gonna end, this episode. Basically, they're gonna start believing that, he's a very good guy and a very good person. And then eventually, towards the end, they find out that he's wanted, and then they let him go, because that's kind of the pattern that we've, been going through, right? He keeps meeting people, showing his kindness and showing that he's a good person, and then people let him go when they hear that he's wanted. You see, this is something that I would not do. This is something that I would not do. Okay, maybe. Okay, if this is like right when they got here, and they're like, hey, we're gonna go to that restaurant right there, get something to eat. You wanna join us? And then they're like, yeah, we're kinda hungry too. We haven't eaten all day. Okay, fine. Right? One dinner. That's all. Then say goodbye. Do not spend any more time with them. For their sake. Not for your sake. For their sake. If they find out that you're wanted, it will cause a lot of unnecessary complications.
Oh, that was a delicious meal, wasn't it, dear?
Huh? Hmm.
Thanks to your excellent translation of the German menu, we were actually able to order something we could enjoy tonight. If you hadn't been with us, we'd have passed all these wonderful places without a clue as to what we were missing.
I want to thank you for treating
Honestly,
us.
that's like my biggest, well, maybe not my biggest fear, but like my biggest problem with going on trips. Now, bear in mind, I have never gone on trips. I grew up poor, very poor, still am basically, but I enjoy my life, right? So I've never really gone on trips. I've only left the country once, and that was for a literally one-day cruise, and that was it, basically, on a cruise ship. But that's one of my biggest problems with potentially going on a trip is when you go to another country, everything is in that language, right? If you don't speak that language, then you're fucked, right? Now, I could go to any kind of English-speaking country because everything will be in English, and I can, I can read that, but if I were to go to Japan, for instance, or Germany, or any of these other countries with different languages, my biggest problem would be I can't read anything. I don't know what anything is, right? And I'm sure some people, you know, I'm sure loads of people speak English in different countries, but the main problem would end up being like, I can't read menus, I can't read anything, this or that, you know? It's like going to a trip without like some sort of guide, someone who knows the language and can kind of translate for you and help you out would be honestly horrible, I think.
You're almost finished. Would you like some more to take with you?
Thanks, but if he has any more, he'll burst.
Do you think this bloke looks like a criminal?
Huh?
This chap here, he's on trial for murdering his wife, and there's a big picture of him in the paper. See?
This is why I said that he should have just left. I said like, dinner, okay. But like, even that is risky, honestly. Then the second I see like newspaper, then I'd be like, oh fuck. They're doing this thing like this guy says, oh, do you think this guy looks like a criminal? And then he's talking about someone else, right? I'm pretty sure this guy already knows. I'm pretty sure this guy already knows. I'm pretty sure, considering, you know, he's ex-police, right? And he already started kind of psychoanalyzing Tenma when he got into the car, right? So he probably remembered like halfway through the ride that oh yeah, I saw this guy in the newspaper. He might not be able to read German, for instance, but if a guy's face is in the news, then like, I mean, you know, could very well be a criminal, right? And it's kind of like, I think the guy already kind of suspects, so he's kind of bringing up this topic just to see what his reaction is.
For murdering his wife, and there's a big picture of him in the paper. See for yourself. What's your opinion? Do you think he did it?
Well...
Whoa, actually.
Huh?
This chap here, he's on trial for murdering his wife.
How the fuck do you know? Dun dun dun! How do you know? It's in German. Get absolutely fucked. You fucking slipped up. You can read German. You little bitch. You fucking can read German. I somehow really doubt that they would be making newspapers in Germany in English. Sorry, but you're fucked. How do you know? It's one thing, because I thought he was just saying that, oh, this guy is in the news, you know, probably a criminal, you know, something. But he straight up says that, oh, he's, you know, on trial for murdering his wife or something. How the fuck do you know? It's in German. See? Everything's in German. How do you know? That means you can speak or read German. Now, I hope that this is actually going to be a part of the story and they're not going to just... And this wasn't just some sort of accident, right? Some sort of, you know, oversight in the story here.
What's your opinion? Do you think he did it?
Well, who can tell, really?
Before I retired from the force...
It could be that he doesn't read German, but he says that, oh, this guy is wanted for you know, murdering his wife or something, or on trial for it. But in reality, that's not the case at all. He just made up some bullshit to see Tenma's reaction, right?
So I was a detective with quite a long list of criminals that I'd put behind bars.
Oh.
Come on, dear. We're enjoying the evening. It's really not appropriate to brag about all your past exploits.
Well, I would look at a person's face and I'd know if he'd done the crime. I possessed an uncanny knack for spotting the guilt that a person tries to hide.
I see.
Let's talk about something else now, dear. I think you've had a little too much wine.
However, after years on the job, I couldn't tell anymore. Was one person good and another bad? Was he guilty or innocent? I couldn't spot the difference that had once seemed so clear. It probably means I wasn't such a hotshot detective after all. Enough said. Maybe I did have a little too much to drink. Tell me once more, what was the name of that wine?
It was Forster Ungeheuer.
Huh. Excellent bouquet.
Yeah, I think he definitely suspects Tenma, but... Oh, wait, are they... Oh... Ugh. That's risky, bro. So they were just stopping by this little town? That's risky, bro. If you're wanted, you don't want to stay with the same people for too long. You just don't. Honestly, I would have gotten off, or rather I would have gotten a ride to the nearest town, which would have been that town, and then said our goodbyes and gotten some other ride, with some other people or somewhere, maybe a bus or something, right? I would not have, no, you're spending way too much time with the same people. Way too many opportunities for them to figure out who you are and secretly call the cops. I think at this point, yeah, the old guy probably already knows, because he can read German apparently, and he probably already saw his, Tenma's face in the news previously, if he's like a big news paper reader, right? And he's a detective, probably has a good memory, probably recognized him very quickly. But he came back with the gas and he's kind of a good guy, and so that's why he was saying I thought I was a good detective, being able to see someone's guilt in their face, but now, he can't even tell anymore. It's kind of like he's wanted, but seemingly he's not guilty. Something along those lines. Anyway. The one thing, though, is that they haven't called him anything. I don't think they have anyway. But I'm still assuming that Tenma just introduced himself as Tenma, which is, I will never get over this. Ultimately.
When this trip is over, Dieter, and you move to a new place, I hope you make lots of friends.
Oh, sure, that'd be great.
Everyone should have a happy childhood. They should enjoy every minute. It goes by so fast.
Yes.
Did they lose their child or something?
Around here.
What are you looking for?
Here's the address, dear.
Almost there. Sorry, but we have to make a stop before continuing.
That's fine.
No, it's not. Literally, it's not. Where are they going?
Oh, here we are.
The police.
Oh, I'm guessing it's like their son or someone, works at the German police headquarters or something along those lines. Or maybe the old guy's going to visit a friend or something.
We won't be very long. If you don't mind, you might as well wait in the car.
What should we do, Tenma?
I mean, you're fucked at this point, right? I mean, the best thing to do, I think, at this point, I told you, you put yourself into this position, but at this point, the best thing to do is just have faith in the old couple, right? Sit in the damn car, away from the view of the police officers, because I think there's surveillance over the parking lot, most likely, and over the area, so it's like, if anyone recognizes you, you're fucked, right? So, best thing to do, keep out of sight, in the car, stay in the car.
Tenma, let's run away.
Mistake, shut the fuck up, kid. See? You see? Hello? No, stay in the car, head down, away from view. What? I'm sorry, okay, that's a little bullshit. I get they're trying to make tension and stuff, but I'm sorry. First off, I don't think there would be police officers just looking into people's cars. That's creepy, dude. Also, stop looking so sus. Tenma, come on, bro.
What's wrong? Someone's parked in one of the officers' only spaces again. He looks foreign. Guess I should report him.
Don't worry about it.
I mean, imagine if you know, you're wanted, and every time a police officer is anywhere near you, you look like you're about to take a massive dump, okay? Like, right? And come on, like, you're so sus. You're so suspicious.
What are we going to do?
I wonder what their, like, you know, business was at the police station. Maybe like a
Mr. Jones.
maybe like a child that is in prison or something, or you know, was on a trip or something to Germany and got caught doing something, and then got thrown into prison or something, and then they're visiting. I don't know.
We want to get to Freiham, and I don't know if you're aware of it, but you're heading in the opposite direction.
That's right. It's just a brief detour. I want to stop at Steinbach Castle for a bit.
But dear,
Steinbach Castle?
There's something I want to see for myself.
Not gonna lie, I'm a little bit confused. I mean, what's going on?
How are you doing?
What are they doing?
yes.
Like what is this old couple doing? Like what's their thing?
Oh, thank you.
It has to be. I mean, obviously, it has to do something with this old guy being a police officer or something. Maybe.
Our
Maybe-
son wrote us a letter about Steinbach.
Huh?
He said the view from this castle is truly breathtaking.
Yeah, maybe their son or something was a police officer, got killed in Germany, maybe by Johann, or who knows, maybe just got killed. And then now they occasionally visit the headquarters or something, or maybe this is the first time and they visit to like find out more information, or maybe this castle is where the son died or something.
He wanted to bring us here so we could both see it.
Oh, does your son live in Germany now?
We're
Oh.
on our way to see him. It's just that we have a few detours to make along the way. Whew.
Yeah, I'm guessing the son like died or something.
This is the view he saw on that fateful day. My son. My son. My own flesh and blood killed a man. We came to this country to visit him because he'll never leave.
Ah, so it was that he committed a crime. Okay. They're really
Well, we'll be okay.
They're really driving that hammer, that nail in, aren't they? Where, oh my god, it's bad to kill people, it's bad, Tenma, bad, it's bad to kill people, don't kill people, you're a good guy, don't kill anyone. They're really trying to do that, but like, with the way they keep doing that, every time they try to convince Tenma not to kill, I feel like that just hammers in the nail of he is going to kill someone at the end. When it's all said and done, that's what it's leading up to. At least I'm hoping that's what it's going to lead up to. Because like, it's just going to be super annoying and kind of generic if Tenma doesn't end up killing someone, right? It's just going to be boring if he doesn't, I feel like. With all this kind of setup, with all this, you know, I don't know. I am hoping that it's not going to be some sort of like very, very happy, perfect ending, right? Otherwise, it's boring.
From here. Thank you so much for everything.
Thank you for your kindness and the pleasure of your company. Cheerio then. Look after yourself.
Such a nice young man.
Yes, isn't he? It's hard to believe that he's wanted as the prime suspect in a series of murders.
That can't be. You must be mistaken.
No,
Told ya.
I'm not. It's him. He's on the wanted suspects list.
Impossible.
I'm afraid so. And when we were at the station to speak to the detective who arrested Robert, Tenma's photo was prominently posted on the wall.
Unbelievable. There's so much good in him.
I know. I thought so too, and yet everyone seems convinced that he's guilty. But my instincts keep telling me he's an innocent man. The good in him outweighs the bad, I'm sure of it. It was unbelievable to think that Robert had committed murder. But he did, and the fact that I couldn't sense what was going on with my own son made me realize it was time for me to turn in my badge. But you know something, dear? I just want to be able to trust my instincts again. Robert may have committed a crime, true, but I know he's a good boy at heart. Come on. Let's go in and see our son. Our dear Robert.
Not bad. Kind of a less interesting episode. But again, they keep, as I said, hammering that nail of it's a bad idea to kill someone, Tenma. It's a bad idea. It's a bad idea. It's a bad idea. But I mean, yeah, it was more of a one-off episode again. These we told the story of this couple going to visit their son in jail, I guess, for murder in another country. I mean, not much to say about it, honestly. Like, nothing really happened except for, they traveled, they had some talks. I mean, that was kind of it. Honestly, it kind of I don't want to say it, but nothing burger of an episode. Like, not much really happened. Kind of a sad story, I suppose, with Robert, the couple's son, and his situation. I doubt it has any connection to Johan. Like, I doubt, Johan, found that guy and, convinced him to become a murderer or anything. So it's like, And, I kind of expected... I knew the old guy, would find out. And he did. But I kind of expected, him to give Tenma some sort of wise advice at the end. And at the end, they kind of just... I don't know. They were just like, goodbye. And Tenma's like, goodbye. And then they left. And that was it. Kind of just a slice of life episode. Nothing of real significance happened. I mean, it was a good episode. I still enjoyed the episode. I enjoyed watching, but very slice of life, nothing much happened. So nothing to say, really. So I hope you enjoyed watching me watch this and watching this with me. And I guess I'll see you in episode 21. Later, boys.